The desire to explore and potentially even colonize the Red Planet has been present for centuries. In recent years, there have been numerous plans and proposals to send humans to Mars, and several space agencies and private organizations have made significant progress in developing the necessary technologies and capabilities. However, despite the progress that has been made, there are still many challenges that need to be overcome before we can send humans to Mars. In this video, we will delve into the various challenges that must be addressed before we can send humans to the Red Planet. The first and most obvious challenge of sending humans to Mars is the distance between Earth and Mars. At its closest approach, Mars is still more than 34 million miles away from Earth, and it takes several months to travel between the two planets even with the most advanced spacecraft. This means that any mission to Mars would require a spacecraft and crew to be self-sufficient for an extended period of time, with all the necessary supplies and resources needed to sustain life during the journey. The surface of Mars itself also presents several challenges to human exploration. The planet has a thin atmosphere and no protective magnetic field, which means that it is exposed to high levels of cosmic radiation. The surface of Mars is also extremely cold, with temperatures ranging from -200°F to 70°F, and there is very little water or other resources available. Any humans on Mars would need to be protected from these harsh conditions and be able to find or produce the resources they need to survive. In addition to these challenges, there are also logistical and operational challenges to consider. A mission to Mars would require a complex series of maneuvers and procedures to be carried out successfully, including the launch of the spacecraft, the journey to Mars, the landing on the surface, and the return journey to Earth. Any mishap or failure at any point in the mission could have serious consequences for the crew and the mission as a whole. Developing the necessary technologies to send humans to Mars is a major challenge in and of itself. A spacecraft that can withstand the rigors of the journey to Mars must be able to withstand extreme temperatures, radiation, and other hazards. It must also be able to house and sustain a crew for the duration of the journey, which could be several months or more. The propulsion system of the spacecraft is also a critical factor. The spacecraft must be able to reach the necessary speeds to make the journey to Mars in a reasonable amount of time, and it must also be able to make course corrections and other maneuvers as needed. Finally, the landing system for the spacecraft must be able to safely deliver the crew to the surface of Mars and allow them to return to Earth. This requires the development of advanced landing and descent vehicles, as well as the ability to produce rocket fuel on Mars. In addition to the technological challenges, sending humans to Mars is also a very expensive endeavor. Current estimates for a manned mission to Mars range from tens of billions to over $100 billion. Funding such a mission would require significant resources and the support of governments and private organizations. Additionally, the cost of maintaining a human presence on Mars would be ongoing, as any humans on Mars would need to be supplied with the resources they need to survive and thrive on the planet. This would require the development of advanced systems for producing food, water, and other necessities, as well as the infrastructure to support a human settlement. There are also physiological challenges to sending humans to Mars. Long-term exposure to cosmic radiation can be harmful to human health, and the lack of gravity can have negative effects on the human body. The psychological stresses of being confined in a small space for an extended period of time can also be a concern. To address these challenges, scientists and engineers are researching ways to protect humans from the effects of cosmic radiation, such as developing advanced shielding materials or developing strategies to reduce exposure. They are also studying the effects of microgravity on the human body and developing strategies to mitigate these effects, such as exercise regimens and other countermeasures. Additionally, scientists are researching ways to support the psychological well-being of crew members during long-duration missions, such as developing strategies for coping with isolation and confinement and providing opportunities for social interaction and other forms of mental stimulation. In conclusion, there are many challenges to sending humans to Mars, including technological, financial, and physiological challenges. While it is a goal that we are working towards, it is not something that can be achieved easily or quickly. But scientists and engineers are continuing to work on developing the necessary technologies and overcoming these obstacles, and we may see humans on Mars in the future. Despite the challenges, the prospect of sending humans to Mars and exploring the red planet represents an exciting and tantalizing opportunity, and one that we will undoubtedly continue to pursue in the years ahead. Make sure to subscribe and like the video.